What is up, guys? Thank you for watching another video. Today's fun of the day where we finally prepped the Mitsubishi Eclipse for its E85 tune. Didn't want to tune the car as soon as we finished it. I know a lot of you guys wanted to see the car pretty much make more power, but unfortunately it's not really how things work. It's better to drive the car around and make sure that everything's working. I also had to break in the brand new competition clutch. So far we have around 400 miles and we're able to figure out a couple little issues that the car has, including we did remove the thermostat, which was a big mistake, so now the car runs super hot. So I did go ahead and get a Mishimoto thermostat for the Mitsubishi Evo. The car also misfires at around 5,000 RPM. Now it could be a lot of reasons for that, but I did go ahead and get some NGK Iridium BPR7s. These are a little better than the OEM ones that come with the Mitsubishi motors. And the guys over at JDC Customs, of course, hooked it up with a brand new Show Series coil plug kit. As you guys can see, it looks beautiful. Carbon fiber plate, titanium bolts. Just adding it to this. Oh man, it's gonna look really good. I do run this on the Evo as well. If you guys remember, it's on E85. It was having hiccups, and right after I put one of these on, it made such a huge difference. They do sell it for the Evo 4 to 9. I'm also going to be removing the injectors out of here in the back. These are FIC 1050s, I think. I do want to get them flow tested and pretty much clean before the tune. I just want to be safe. The car also had a fuel leak in the very beginning. I think we fixed it, but we are going to go ahead and overlook the whole fuel system one more time just to make sure that everything's good. We can start off with the spark plugs and the coil plug kit real quick, and then after that we can go ahead and hop on with the Mishimoto thermostat. Alright, so now that the spark plugs and the JDC coil plug kit is completely on, we're ready to move on into the cooling system. I don't know why, but I thought the car would run cooler if I removed the thermostat. Of course, that's a really bad idea. Anyways, I'm gonna fix my rookie mistake, take out the housing real quick, put on this Mishimoto one, put some gasket maker, and put the thing back on so it could run better. We're gonna go ahead and test drive it real quick just to make sure that everything's good after the system burps, just to make sure it's not misfiring or anything like that. So based on that quick test drive, the car does drive a lot better. As you guys can see, it was still slightly misfiring, and at this point the only thing that I could think of is, of course, the tune. The car was just thrown together and it's on a basic base map, so the car did pull a lot more. It would always come up at 5,000, and then this time it kind of sputtered, but it didn't as much. So I'm sure the spark plugs and the coil plug kit from JDC helped it a lot. At this point, it's just going to come down to the tune. And of course, we are going to go ahead and make sure that the fuel system is all up to place and make sure we're not getting any type of fuel cut or fuel starvation. We're also going to go ahead and clean on the injectors to rule that out. So I'm going to go ahead and put you guys back on the GoPro, get these injectors out real quick, and then head out to RPM over in Long Beach. Alright, so injectors are out here. These are the FIC 1050cc's. I've never even cleaned these out since we put the car back together. And I know I messed up because I never replaced the O-rings or lubricated them with oil. I know you're supposed to do that. So I'm not sure if there's any cracks. I'm just going to go ahead and basically refurbish everything, get these cleaned and flow tested just to make sure that they're, they're operating well, just to avoid any type of issues at the dyno. So let's go to RPM real quick and see what they say. And we're here. got the cleaner here. Injector, cleaner, and tester. You know how to work this?
Nah. But this is part of the injector cleaning machine. So what you do is you put it in here and it pulsates for you. What it does is it gets all the gunk out.
Gotcha.
So you're gonna let it sit in there for a long time.
Long time?
And we'll go from there.
See the little holes on it. And they're pretty much done. Alright guys, we're pretty much done cleaning the injectors. Let's head back home real quick and install. We're finally back home. Let's install these injectors on real quick. Alright, let's see if she starts. Damn, that was quick. Alright, so now that the injectors are on and the car's running good, I did want to show you guys that we are going to be going speed density on the Eclipse. So I do have its brand new filter. It's pretty much its intake without the mass airflow sensor. Now we can't run this just yet because the car still needs a MAF to run until the day of the tune. So this will be installed the day of the tune. We do, however, have to pretty much get this bung welded on the intercooler piping so that the IAT sensor can go in. You can get this kit from STM. They also give you the IAT wiring. But my own racing harness already comes with this pigtail, so I won't be needing that. And of course, the map sensor, which we'll need to put on the intake manifold. So I also have to do, I actually sat down and actually like wrote down everything I actually had to do today. So we do have to do with the, well, that. We also have to move the bung on the O2 sensor for the wideband. We have to move it a little bit higher for because it sits on the downpipe and we cut the downpipe, so now the AFR reads off because it sits super close to the opening, so it's getting inaccurate readings. So we're actually going to get another bung welded up a little bit higher on the downpipe or by the O2 sensor, and then pretty much have the AEM air fuel ratio gauge hooked up. Check the fuel pump, and I also have to replace this gasket on the gassing cover because when I fill up the gas, it likes to leak gas sometimes, and I actually ended up finding out that the gasket was out. I do have the option to go over to Lazy's house right now and pretty much start working on the car, or I could go with the friends over at Mishimoto Engineering. They do have everything pretty much ready to finish the car, so I'm actually gonna head out there first. Try to do as much as I can, and if we can't finish something, I'll just go over to Lazy's and pretty much have it done. So I'll put you guys back on a point of view drive on the car to Mishimoto Engineering, and we'll continue on from there. Currently at Mishimoto Engineering. They're having me basically remove the intercooler piping for the IAT sensor, which is in here. Getting the intercooler pipe off first, and then we'll head on to the downpipe. There we go, top is done. Now I'm gonna remove it from down here real quick. So over here, and it should come right on off. Alright, tight. ETS, EVO8 ETS intercooler pipe is off. We're probably gonna weld it down here just so it hides it when it's on the car. But yeah, next is the downpipe. Good thing I don't have a front bumper, otherwise I need a bigger pain. And here is number 2. Always be safe, guys. You don't want your car falling on top of you because that could be dangerous. Alright, with 2 sensors almost out. Alright, cool. And I do have the wrench. It's a 14 millimeter for the down pipe. So I'm gonna take it off real quick and then we'll go on to the next step. All right, so the down pipe is off. As you guys can see, this is where the wideband previously sat, right by the opening. And of course, my readings weren't gonna be accurate, so we're actually gonna go ahead and move it up. But in order to do that, I'm actually gonna take off the exhaust strap once again. So, all right, so new bung on the downpipe for the wideband. This is ready to get tapped in real quick, so we're gonna take care of that, put the AT sensor on so it's ready. After that, I'm gonna go ahead and install it, and I'll just go ahead and get back to you guys like this. And just like that, we're done. We went ahead and tapped in the IT sensor. It's pretty much ready as far as the sensors. All that's pretty much left for the prep is to take apart the rear for the whole fuel system. All right, guys, so I'm in the back of the car now. I went ahead and removed the cover for here. We're gonna be replacing the OEM fuel tank gasket. These tend to go bad over time, and it's letting gas leak out. And besides that, we're also going to be installing this really big AM E85 fuel filter, so should be fun. I'm gonna take all this apart, overlook the AM fuel pump in there, and then start on the install with this. I'm not gonna lie, taking this thing off is super annoying. So you guys can see I have like blood, bunch of tools, but she's out. Let's look over this real quick. You got the OEM gasket going on here. And I guess this is ready to go in. All we got left is the fuel filter. And here we have the full stainless steel line matched to the AM fuel filter for E85. So it's gonna go straight from the feed line down under the car, all the way up to the fuel pump up here. So I'm gonna strap it all up, make sure it's all good. Then we'll start it up, make sure there's no fuel leaks. And that's pretty much it. She's ready. I'm gonna show you guys real quick the setup. It looks amazing. So feed line all the way down under the car. Made sure I cleared the drive shaft and transfer case. Once I go down here, you guys can see the AM huge fuel filter, 7 microns for E85. And you can see the line is pretty much right in the same location as the fuel lines, the OEM location. You can't really see it, but it's pretty well hidden at this point. Let's just turn on the car, make sure there's no fuel leaks, and we're pretty much done. All right, moment of truth. Fuel pumps priming. Start this bad boy up. Well guys, that's pretty much it. The car is pretty much prepped for its E85 tune. I was talking to BZ in the back though, and we do have some really nice plans for this car. So I did go ahead and call road race. The tune is a couple weeks out. So in the meantime, either the car's gonna sit or a big surprise is coming. So stay tuned. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.